Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCollum, and I'm out here today at my pistol caliber carbine course of fire today, trying out a Calico carbine. We took a look at how these work on the desk. They're pretty cool. They have the same roller delayed blowback system as the MP5, but they are built around 100-round helical magazines, and they have a reputation for not working very well. So we're going to find out both if it can work and how well I can actually shoot it. So let's see, a couple things. First off, in the desktop video, you noticed that there was a muzzle brake on this. Well, I came out here before we started filming this to do just a little bit of zeroing the optic, making sure the gun was going to run, which so far it does. So far it's run about 40 rounds flawlessly. However, the muzzle brake, which is just pinned on, fell off the gun. So I'm just leaving it off. I figure if this runs well enough, maybe I'll just thread the muzzle. That'd be kind of cool. Put a suppressor on it. Second thing to point out, we have an optics mount here with a modern red dot now. When you saw this on the table, it had a Tech Force 96, really craptacular airgun scope. Now it's got a relatively craptacular, well, it's got a low-end Chinese-made red dot, which should be just fine for this test. So that's the setup. I've got a red dot on it instead of using the iron sights. Now, I am wondering how much of the gun's reputation comes from people not properly using the magazines. So I've loaded 100 rounds in here. I'm always going to load this thing full to capacity and then hit the little button, which removes all the spring pressure. And then you are supposed to put, there we go, 23 cranks of the winder. And I wonder how many of the problems that these guns have come from people who don't do that or don't count it or try to like load half and crank half, and I suspect that's where a lot of the issues come from. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And we're good. Now, this thing is definitely not known for rapid magazine changes. There we go, that's locked in. Typically when I do this test, I will use 2 magazines, but I've got 100 rounds. Like, that's the whole point of the Calico, so there will be no reloading. If I can't make it in 100 rounds, then I'm just out. Now, if you haven't seen the range, we have 3 basic targets here, all purchased from MOA targets. We have a dueling tree, and I need to flip that all to the other side. That's to test target transitions. I then have a mini MOA target back there, which I have to hit the head and then reset it by hitting the chest section. That is to test precision shooting. And then I have a redneck Texas Star over there, which is to test moving targets. To ensure that the targets are actually moving, every time I hit a plate, I have to alternate and hit the full-size silhouette. Once I clear the star, I do the mini MOA target again, and then I do the plate rack again. So, if the gun works, we should be able to do it.
Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Hey, all right. There we go. Whew. That went pretty well. What was my time?
55:26.
Oh, that's a spicy result. That's 11 seconds faster than the HK SP5. Ooh, I wonder if I'm getting better at this. Part of this is I didn't have to reload the thing because I've still got, It's a little hard to read these. I've got at least 50 rounds still in there. This always requires more than 30. The trigger is relatively heavy, but not actually awful. I have, in the past on this course of fire, had some issues with having to hit spinner plates more than once to get them to fall off. I've left the spinner graduated, the exact same tension on the springs on those, and I wonder if I'm getting a little bit more energy because this thing has a full 16-inch barrel instead of the 10-inch barrel on most of the other guns we've run on this course of fire. Because all 5 of those plates came off with a single hit. Oh boy, faster than the MP5. That. All right, we may have to do some more shooting. I'll tell you what, I am going to go ahead and just finish off the entire magazine in this thing, and we'll see if it can run an entire 100 rounds without choking. That center plate on that Minimo is a little tricky to hit. There we go. My trigger finger's getting tired. It feels a lot lighter. I think I'm almost out of ammo now. Oh, okay. It went click, which either means a malfunction or this is not exactly a quick change magazine deal. Out of ammo. There was some oil in there, which we can see because it's kind of spewed all over the top of the magazine. But that is a complete 100-round magazine without a single malfunction. I've got a 50 loaded up. Should we try that one too? All right, we'll try that one too. All right, now the 50-round mags require 10 cranks. So push the button, release all the spring tension, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push that guy back in. One of the things that I really like about the 100-round magazine in the Carbine is that I can actually use the back of the magazine as a cheek weld, which puts you a little bit low down on the red dot, but I think it works a lot better than using these square steel rails as a cheek weld. But with the 50-round mag, I have no choice, so we'll give that a try. That Minimo is a really good evil target. All right. Trigger finger's getting tired again. Out of ammo. It's clear. That's 150 rounds without a single malfunction. So that's all the ammo I have loaded up for this thing today. I tell you what we're going to do. as I continue to go back to the range for other various shooting things, I am going to, like every time, take a 50 or 100 round mag, and I'm going to run it through this gun. I am not going to clean it, but I will always wind the magazines properly, and we'll see how long this Calico can go before it actually malfunctions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the full saga of the Calico that may or may not ever die.